At a time when so many clubs are suffering from falling attendances, West Ham can actually boast that average gates are higher at Upton Park this season. And the loyalty of West Ham supporters is a reflection of the team's success. Today they welcome back Trevor Brooking, who scored the winning goal at Wembley in last season's FA Cup final. It's Brooking's first league game for 5 weeks. Fullback Ray Stewart is injured and he's replaced by Paul Brush. Paul Allen is back in the league squad for the first time this season as substitute. The visitors, Grimsby, have the worst scoring record in the whole of the Football League, and they face further problems today. Bob Cumming, last season's top scorer, is injured. His place goes to Gary Liddell. And yesterday, manager George Kerr surprisingly placed Kevin Drinkle, one of the club's most valued strikers, on the transfer list. Today's referee, Mr. Les Burden of Dorset, with West Ham attacking from left to right, Grimsby in the black and white striped shirts. And West Ham looking to continue a run of 10 consecutive wins at Upton Park. Grimsby hoping to end an awful sequence of 5 successive away games without even scoring. Holland under the ball for West Ham, and crosses first touch to neighbour. Kick aimed for Kevin Kilmore on the far side. Kilmore for Grimsby. Good interception on that far side though, and Goddard for West Ham. He's got Cross in the middle, and Pike adding an extra man. Brooking gets his first touch. This is Bonds. The gap opening for Billy Bonds. But a good interception by the young fullback Crosby. Now Lampard. Looking for Bonds, who's still forward. Brooking's header on. And this is Mitchell. Goddard dispossessing him. Brooking. 4 men in the middle if Brooking can turn to get in the cross. But Waters getting back well for Grimsby. And a nice ball to Kilmore. Liddell is there adding support, and so too is Drinkle, who was brought down. And that challenge by Pike. Waters and Brolly, the 2 Grimsby men nearest the ball. The referee not happy. The West Ham line has retreated 10 yards. And indeed, referee Burden producing his notebook very early in the game. Jeff Pike, presumably for not being 10 yards away when Grimsby were ready to take the free kick. Tap short by Waters for Drinkle, and a good save by Parks. John Stone, the fullback, getting the final shot in. A clever free kick by Grimsby, and a good start by the second division side, who are 18th in the table at start of play. Well, Brolly's corner really driven across hard and causing problems. The header by Kevin Kilmore on the near post was just wide. Drinkle to Mitchell. This is Kilmore, brought down. No, play on, says the referee. Running that by Kilmore. But not a very good ball. And a little lucky there for Grimsby. Goddard could make nothing of it. Neighbour. Bonds. Rush. Hollands again. This is Pike. Good layoff by Goddard. Now Holland. Plenty of men forward here for West Ham. Driven straight against Mitchell. And the crowd screaming for handball. Well, total confusion inside that Grimsby defence. This is Holland. Two men in the middle. And Brolly was the man who got there first for Grimsby. Brush doing well. Cross! Goal number 17 by David Cross. And West Ham's persistence paid off. It looked as though Grimsby had cleared the danger when Brolly got the ball away, but it went straight to Paul Brush, and his accurate cross picked out the head of David Cross, and Cross did the rest. West Ham 1, Grimsby Town 0. This is Crosby for Grimsby. And Grimsby now facing a familiar situation. They've had a very poor record away from home this season. Indeed, they've only got 2 league wins in their 15 matches so far, and they both came at home. And now a goal to 0 down against the side second in the table. Mitchell to Crosby. Drinkle a little bit slow, Pike intercepting. Well, David Cross is now only 2 goals short of his total for the whole of last season. And here's Cross again. Coming forward for West Ham. Grimsby momentarily down to 10 men. Their captain Joe Waters has gone off for treatment on the far side. Joe Waters obviously had a crack over the eye and is receiving treatment. Brolly continues with the free kick. Liddell's header. This is Kilmore. It looked for a moment as though it might sneak under Phil Park's body. Wood bounced over the head of Clive Wigington, and John Stone had to rescue Grimsby then. Good firm header by Lampard, turned forward again by Moore. Away again by Moore. Mitchell. Brolly. Skill by Brolly. Stone has gone wide on the right and he finds him. Oh, the header dropping for Drinkle. Liddell taking too much time. A good back heeler. And that was a fine effort by Kevin Drinkle, and Parks carrying the ball over the line as he saved that shot by Kevin Drinkle. So that's a corner to Grimsby with a quarter of an hour to go to half-time. Well, Grimsby always try an interesting ploy on these corners. They have 4 men who run off in different directions with the intention of confusing the opposition defence. But not Martin. Waters. Oh! Well, a fine effort by Waters, found the corner of the West Ham net. Well, the referee, who was right up with play, immediately signalled offside against the Grimsby forward, and the goal will not stand. Cunard beaten by Moore, and Bob Mitchell getting back to help out. Mitchell. Back for Moore. We're moving into time added on for stoppages in this first half. This is cross for West Ham. Fine ball to Neighbour. In fact, Neighbour goes racing down the Grimsby left flank. The referee blows the whistle for half-time. And that goal scored in the 16th minute by David Cross, his 17th of the season, separating the sides. But Grimsby, I think, have shown a lot of promise and can feel slightly unfortunate that they're a 0-0 down at half-time. So Grimsby and the Stripes finding life hard in the higher division, but it's a measure of their progress that 2 years ago, when West Ham were a first division club, Grimsby were down in Division 4. They really need to produce something urgently in this second half. Their approach work was good in the first, but it's clear to see why they've failed to score in 10 out of 15 matches so far this season. Bonds, the West Ham captain. Free kick given, and Lampard will take it. Cross-chesting it down for Brooking. And Brooking brought down, or rather held back, Joe Waters. Header on then by Drinkle. Gilmore straight at Martin. This is Waters. Drinkle has control, but Martin kept at his job then. This is Brolly. And West Ham in the end had too many men for Grimsby. Holland going forward, but not for long. Mitchell. Dangerous ball by Moore, but it came off. Stone. Drinkle. Stone again. And now Bonds for West Ham. Neighbour. Cross. Crosby reaching it first. And this is Wigington. Drinkle. Well, Drinkle's persistence paying off. But Grimsby haven't really made any progress. Wigington. Oof, that ball straight to Pike, now Brooking. Neighbour will continue the attack. Well, Grimsby made rather heavy weather of that. Neighbour's cross from the right didn't appear to threaten any danger, but the Grimsby defence was slow to react. Brush is having a good game for West Ham today. And this is Cross. Bernard in the centre. And finds him, lovely skill. The first time cross by David Cross found Paul Gonnard, and he showed beautiful close control, turning away from the defender, and the shot deflected for a corner. It was in fact West Ham's first corner of the game. Gilmore. And that's Liddell. Crosby's header. West Ham seem to have extra men in midfield. Martin. Short for Brooking. Well, it was a fairly confident appeal by West Ham then that Trevor Brooking was barged over, but referee Burton says play on. Went straight over Wigington's head, but Moore was behind him. Stone. Gilmore's gone on a good run, but again, Bonds have read the situation. Now Pike. Lovely ball for Neighbour. Well, Jimmy Neighbour had done everything then, and Phil Crosby, beaten for speed once more, had to bring the former Tottenham and Norwich winger down. And I think this time he will be shown the yellow card. Indeed he is. Won the ball in the air, but this is Pike. Holland. Lampard. And Goddard. Important interception as Holland was coming in, but at the expense of a West Ham corner. Corner taken quickly, there's cross again! What a remarkable season this man is having. As the corner came over, it cleared the heads of the whole Grimsby defence, and David Cross, who's not missing anything at the moment, headed in his second goal of the game, his 18th of the season. One more goal and Cross will have equalled his total for the whole of last season. Trevor Brooking with the corner, and he's enjoying his return to this West Ham side. And now it looks as though Grimsby are facing another away defeat. Waters for Grimsby. As the Grimsby captain, he's really got to inject some life into their side now, if there's any hope at all. This is Stone. He's gone on his outside. There's Kilmore. But West Ham really putting together their best football at the moment. Goddard. Kevin Moore doing well for Grimsby. But Cross is there again to find Goddard. And that'll be a free kick. Moore the culprit. Brooking's free kick. Wellington's header away. Rush on for Stone. This is Waters. A little bit tight for Stone. And Brooking's there again. Crawley denying him this time. And indeed, being awarded the free kick. I think it's fair to say he agreed with that decision by the referee. Cross under it again and turn on for Neighbour. Brooking back to Holland. And now Brooking. And Holland was just offside when he received the ball. Meanwhile, Grimsby are about to make a substitution. The man who's going off, looks as though he's carrying a knock, is Gary Liddell, replacement for last season's top scorer Bob Cumming, and he'll be replaced by John Steeples, who comes on for his league debut. A winger, he's only 20 and came from non-league football in the close season. So Steeples on and Liddell off. Kilmore on for Drinkle. And this is Stone. Drinkle again. Now Brolly. Walters trying to return the ball. A good interception by Bonds. They've still got a bit of work to do to get out of this situation. And did so well. Proving a handful for Moore, and the ball breaks for Brooking. Well, I suppose few players would have had the audacity and indeed the skill to try a chip from there, but Trevor Brooking tried it, and in the end it wasn't very far over the Grimsby crossbar. Bouncing the ball beating Martin, but Lampard was right behind him. Pike's header. This is Stone for Grimsby. Brolly. Mitchell. Brolly again. Crosby. Drinkle turning quickly and earning the free kick for that challenge by Alvin Martin. Free kick will be indirect. Tap short for Brolly. Parks saves it and misses it. And Grimsby have pulled one back through Stone. So, as the game moves into the final minute, John Stone making the most of Phil Parks' misfortune there. The free kick, tapped short for Brolly. He drove it really hard through the crowd of players. Although Parks stopped it, he couldn't hold on to it. And when it ran loose, Stone was there to hit it into the roof of the net. And Grimsby at least gets some reward. And that's the first time in 6 away games they've managed to score. Steeples. Well, I wonder, could Grimsby have a surprise up their sleeves here? Well into time added on for stoppages. So who would have believed that West Ham would, in the end, be holding on for the second point? But indeed, they've done just that. And 2 goals by David Cross, who was the first man to disappear from the field down the players' tunnel, have earned 2 more points for West Ham. It's their 11th consecutive win here at Upton Park this season. And Grimsby Town continue to find life hard, having won promotion in successive seasons. They're now firmly rooted in the bottom half of the second division. But that late goal by Stone will at least give them some consolation. And a final score of West Ham 2, Grimsby Town 1.
Well, there it is, 2 goals from David Cross, bringing his total to 18 for the season so far. And while David keeps scoring, West Ham look unstoppable. But extraordinarily, the records in previous years indicated that David finds it much harder to find the net after Christmas. In 5 of the last 7 seasons, he scored 44 up to Christmas and only 16 afterwards. And in an attempt to unravel the mystery, Alan Parry took it up with David, as well as discussing yesterday's match.
Well, David, that's 18 goals now, a remarkable season. Why do you think it's going so well for you?
I don't honestly know. There's no particular reason why I should be scoring the goals rather than anybody else. Although in saying that, of course, Paul Goddard's got 8 or 9 this season. I just think, I've said it before, but I think it's true. We are a side who do create a lot of chances, and now that I've been here nearly 3 years, I know what to expect of the other players, and when they're going to release the ball into the box, and very often I can anticipate crosses going in, and I think I've just been able to take advantage of that this season. It may just be a coincidence that I've scored a lot up till now.
Well, the first goal was as the result of a player who really came into the side only because of injury, Paul Brush.
Yes, Paul came into the team on Wednesday in Romania, and he did very well for us, and he played the full game today, and I can vaguely remember that he had the ball and was tackled, and he kept his ground and got up and crossed a great ball in for me, and really it was just a matter of me nodding the ball into the net because the defender was lost.
Trevor Brooking came back into the side today, and you had one fine link-up between you down the right wing.
Oh yes, well, Trevor can read me now, I suppose, as well as I can read him, so it's just a matter of getting on with it.
We noticed you at one point talking and laughing with somebody in the crowd, and you seem to accept the referee's decisions with a smile on your face as well. You seem to be really enjoying your game.
Well, I try to. I mean, it's very hard to enjoy football as it is at the moment because it's very hard. I find it a hard job. It doesn't come easy to me. So I try to get myself in a situation where I can score a couple of goals and then start enjoying it. And luckily this season that's worked out for me.
Well, now, you won't thank us for this, but somebody's looked back through the records, and it appears that over the last few seasons, your goal-scoring record has dropped off remarkably after Christmas. So, did you know about that? Yes,
it's something I've been aware of. Last season I scored about a dozen goals up till Christmas and then got a bad injury that kept me out for about 2.5 months. So obviously, it was difficult for me to pick up where I left off once I came back from the injury. But it's something I've been aware of in the past, and it's something obviously I've got to work at.
Why do you think it is then?
I don't honestly know. As we were saying before, it's very difficult to put your finger on why things should happen. I mean, if I knew why things should happen, then I would have scored a lot more goals throughout my career. But it's difficult to pinpoint. Perhaps I don't work as hard in the second half of the season as in the first, and obviously that's something I've got to put right.
Well, David Cross's goals enabled West Ham to move within a point of Notts County, who drew at home to Derby. Chelsea's 1-0 win over Oldham kept them in third place, and the top three have now opened a 3-point gap on Swansea, Blackburn and Sheffield Wednesday.